Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and this is Premier Vegas Sports.
Mamma mia! You're watching Premier Vegas Sports Boxing Edition. Let's throw down.
Tom Lawford told me a couple days ago that he's willing to come down 65-45. It might end up being 60-40 at the end of the day, but that's still better from when the first fight, it was 70-30. The Cinco de Mayo one was supposed to be 65-35. So I think they're going to be in the middle. And by next week, I'm going to predict they're going to announce Triple G, Canelo 2 at T-Mobile Arena.
The fight is on. The fight is back on. Canelo Triple G 2 is back on. And my guy, Gilberto Manzano, this guy, he called it. Folks, that is great reporting. Hello and welcome to Premier Vegas Sports Boxing Edition. I'm Brian Salmon, and this is the previously mentioned Gilberto Manzano, the lead boxing writer here at the Review Journal. And looking at the tweet from Golden Boy, what they sent out, deal or no deal, this is on Wednesday. You see how it finishes. Canelo Triple G, it's official, September 15th at T-Mobile Arena. Now, folks, this guy was on this story. I guess, how did you know that the fight was actually going to be on? You could prophesize like you did. And what specifics can you give me on the fight?
Brian, I just know everything, man. When it comes to boxing, nah, just kidding. I had a good feeling last week this fight's going to get done, but it was a really chaotic Wednesday. Golden Boy Promotions President Eric Gomez said, on Tuesday, Gennady Triple G, you have until Wednesday at noon Pacific time to say yes to a deal of 42.5%. I know the 0.5%, it's kind of strange, but that's boxing. Or no fight, we're going to go fight Daniel Jacobs. So everybody was on Twitter waiting for afternoon.
I saw it on ESPN, like, oh, it's off.
It's a clock, TikTok, and then, De La Hoya said it's off. I think he said that like 3 times throughout the whole process.
Yeah.
But when there's so much money on the line, it wasn't off. Triple G just stuck to his guns. He said principles, actually, because he's been through so much with the whole canceled fight. He lost his IBF belt, so he wanted 45. He was drawing the line. That's it, no more budging. And I think he got his money. They wouldn't disclose the deal, but he got more than 42.5, so it's got to mean 45, 55. But who cares about the money? Well, we got the fight. September, get ready, Las Vegas, a big showdown, rematch part 2.
Something else that we were excited about, on Saturday, Terrence Bud Crawford, well, he did his thing, getting the stoppage in the 9th round of the previously undefeated Jeff Horn. In doing so, Crawford won a title at 147 pounds. He remained undefeated, and he kind of moved up the pound-for-pound rankings for many of us who cover boxing. A great performance, Gilbert. I enjoyed watching the fight. Crawford did his thing. What'd you think?
Oh, he was great. He did pretty much everything you wanted to see in a debut for welterweight division. He cleaned up the entire junior welterweight. And the issue was at 147, does he have the size, the power? He's kind of a smaller guy, and everybody's saying Jeff Horn's bigger. But when he got into the ring, he got outclassed by Terrence Crawford. He pretty much picked him apart. Anything he wanted to do, he stood southpaw, supposedly his weak side, picked him apart. The power was there. He was pushing him around. So I think everybody now, especially the welterweight champions, have Terrence Crawford on notice, and people want to see Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford now.
I know, and Errol Spence is fighting this weekend against a guy who's not necessarily a tomato can. The guy is really tall.
No, he's very tall, and it's a homecoming bout for Errol Spence. I think they're going to get about 15,000 people in Dallas. So for him, he's kind of a draw now. These two guys, Crawford and Spence, are becoming big names. So, Bob Behrman says you want to let that marinate for a little bit, and it'll be a big fight in a couple of years. I don't think anytime soon, but we'll get there.
All right. You're going to let it marinate. I like that one. So, Gil, you decided to get a poll and come up with your own pound-for-pound rankings. ESPN has one of theirs. Others have it. We know as much about boxing as they do. I think it's a great call that you did this. So we have a pound for pound now at the Review Journal. Let's go ahead and you take us through this list and how we came up with this pound for pound.
Yeah, no, first of all, shout out to our guy Larry Meir and yourself, Brian Salmon. Helped me out with this pound for pound ranking. Usually it's by myself. So it was kind of weird letting you guys give him some say. But overall, we agreed to a good ranking.
Thank you for letting us have some say.
And I think the one that stood out for us, or for me at least, at number 7, we have Keith Thurman one time or sometime when he fights.
I like that.
We don't know. I had him off my ranking because he hasn't fought in a very long time. I don't know if his desire is still there to beat a Crawford or a Spence. He already has Garcia and Porter.
Yeah.
But obviously the resume for you guys stood out. So
yes.
Got him at number 7. And then we got, I think the obvious one, I think everybody likes Vasily Lomachenko. I don't think he has a challenge besides Crawford.
No, he's got to be number 1. I think Vasily Lomachenko at number 1, Terrence Crawford number 2. I think that worked for me.
That was easy for all three of us.
It was unanimous, right?
1, 2. And I had Triple G at number 3, but we have Mikey Garcia as a team.
Okay.
Number 3, so big fan of Mikey Garcia. He's moving on up. But towards the back end, we have the Asian fighter, Sarasaki Soranvisai from Thailand.
Good.
Naoe from Japan.
Yes.
Soranvisai, I'm glad he's getting his credit now. You guys gave him props too. He beat Chocolatito twice. He had a good fight against Estrada, and that guy is no joke when it comes to super flyweight. He's very big and rugged.
And a somber moment for all of boxing as we lost one of our greats. Chuck Giampa, the longtime judge, passed away at the age of 75. Of course, I'm sure at the next boxing event that they have, probably at Errol Spence fight, they'll have a 10 count like they like to do with legendary people that are dealt in boxing. But you talked to Mark Ratner about Chuck. I guess, what do you have to say about him?
Yeah, he called him probably one of the best Nevada judges in the history of the commission here. And he's done fights all over the world. I think I saw a stat of 2,500 fights.
Wow.
He's been a judge, 135 world title fights. He's been to so many big fights here in Las Vegas.
Our condolences go out to his family and all of boxing. We lost a good one. So, for Gilberto Monsanto, lead writer at the Review Journal, I'm Brian Salmon. Thank you very much for joining us for Premier Vegas Sports Boxing Edition. We'll see you next time.